Okay, dear students, today we are going to solve the last two questions of the exercise, that is question 3, sub question number 5. A fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added both to numerator and denominator. So we are having a fraction has a numerator and a denominator. Now if in that numerator and denominator we add 2, then fraction changes to 9 by 11. That is our condition number 1. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, so instead of 2, if I add 3 to both the numerator as well as denominator, then the fraction will change to 5 by 6. This will give us our condition number 2. So using these two conditions, we need to find the fraction. So first of all, as we need to find the fraction, I will take the numerator of fraction as x and the denominator of fraction as y. As I want to find the fraction, I need to find the values of the numerator and the denominator. So the numerator and denominator of fraction are taken as x and y. So a fraction will be denoted by x upon y. Okay, now what is our condition number 1? If 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. So x is our numerator, y is our denominator. Numerator is always written on the upper side, denominator is always written on the downside. So I am adding 2 both to numerator and denominator. So x plus 2 upon y plus 2. Then our fraction becomes 9 by 11. So x plus 2 upon y plus 2 is equal to 9 by 11. Now I will cross multiply. So 11 into x plus 2, 11 into x plus 2 is equal to 9 into y plus 2. Now I will open the bracket. So 11 into x, that is 11x plus 11 2s are 22 is equal to 9 into y gives 9y plus 9 2s are 18. Now I will convert the equation in a proper form. So 11x, 9y comes on the left hand side, minus 9y is equal to 18 minus 22 gives minus 4. So our first equation based on the first condition will be 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. Now we will use the same logic for condition number 2. For condition number 2, we are adding 3 to both numerator and denominator. So x is our numerator, y is our denominator. Our condition tells us that if I add 3 to both numerator and denominator, then my fraction changes to 5 by 6. So x plus 3 upon y plus 3 is equal to 5 by 6. So just as we did in the previous case, I will cross multiply. So 6 into x plus 3 is equal to 5 into y plus 3. Now when I open the bracket, 6 into x, that is 6x plus 6 3s are 18 is equal to 5 into y, that is 5y is equal to 5 into 3, that is 15. So 6x, 5y goes on the left hand side, 6x minus 5y is equal to 15 minus 18 gives me minus 3. So now my second equation from condition number 2 is 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. Now suppose I make 6x as subject of formula. So 6x is equal to this minus 5y comes on this side, so it becomes 5y minus 3. So in short, x is equal to 5y minus 3 upon 6. Now I will substitute this value of x. I have made x from equation number 2 as subject of formula, so I have to put this value in equation number 1. So now I will substitute this value of x in equation number 1. Now what was our equation number 1? 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. So 11 into x, instead of x, I have 5y minus 3 upon 6 minus 9y is equal to minus 4. Now dear friends, in this kind of sum, when the denominator is a large number, to remove it, here I am having 6, so I will multiply this term number 1, this term number 2 and term number 3 with 6. Now when I multiply this term with 6, then this 6 gets cancelled, so I have 11 into 5y, that is 55y minus 11 into 3, that is 33. Now as I have multiplied this term with 6, I have to multiply all terms with 6. So this minus 9y becomes 9 6 are minus 54y. and this minus 4 becomes minus 24. Again, to eliminate this 6, I am multiplying term 1, term 2 and term 3 with 6. So I will get 55y minus 33 minus 54y is equal to minus 24. Now 55y minus 54y gives me y is equal to, this minus 33 goes on the right side, becomes plus 33. 33 minus 24 gives me 9. So I got the value of y as 9. I can put this value of y in either equation 1 or 2. Here I have put the value of y in equation number 2. What was our equation number 2? 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. So 6x minus 5 into y, that is 9, is equal to minus 3. So 6x minus 9 5s are 45 is equal to minus 3. Minus 45 goes on right hand side, becomes plus 45. 45 minus 3 is 42. So value of 6x is 42. That means value of x is 7. Now, most common mistake students make over here is that after getting the values of x and y, they consider that the sum is over. But here in the question, we had to find the value of fraction. And the fraction is denoted as x upon y. So our final answer will be value of x is 7 and value of y is 9. So don't leave the sum by just finding the values of x and y. The fraction is x upon y. So our final answer will be 7 upon 9. Okay dear friends, so the last sum of this particular exercise, the sum goes like this. 5 years hence, hence means after. So 5 years hence, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So 5 years from now, age of Jacob will become 3 times the age of his son. 5 years ago, before 5 years, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. So first condition, 5 years hence, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. Second condition, 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. Using these two conditions, we will frame the two equations and then we need to find their present ages. So in this question, whatever we want to find, we will take them as x and y. So here I want to find present age of Jacob and his son. So the present age of Jacob is taken as x years and present age of his son is taken as y years. Now let us move to the condition. The first condition is 5 years hence, means 5 years from now. So suppose if my present age is 30, that means my age 5 years from now will be 30 plus 5, that is 35. So in the same way, we have condition 5 years hence for Jacob and his son. So after 5 years, age of Jacob will be x plus 5 and age of his son will be y plus 5. Now age of Jacob, that is x plus 5, will be is equal to 3 times 3 into age of his son, that is y plus 5. So 5 years from now, age of Jacob, that is x plus 5, will be is equal to 3 times 3 age of his son, that is y plus 5. Dear friends, we need to add 5 to both age of Jacob as well as his son, because 5 years from now, age of Jacob as well as his son will increase by 5. Now we will open the bracket. This is x plus 5 is equal to 3 into y, that is 3y plus 3 5s are 15. So x minus 3y is equal to 15 minus 5 gives 10. So our condition number 1 gives us equation, that is x minus 3y is equal to 10. So our equation number 1 is ready. Now we move to condition number 2. Second condition is for 5 years ago. Now if I want my age 5 years ago, I have to subtract 5 from my age. So here we will subtract 5 from both age of Jacob as well as his son. So 5 years ago, age of Jacob, that is x minus 5, was 7 times. So 7 into age of his son, that is y minus 5. So x minus 5 is equal to 7 into y, that is 7y minus 7 5s are 35. So x minus 7y is equal to minus 35 plus 5 is minus 30. So this is our equation number 2. Now equation number 1 was smaller, so I will make x as subject of formula. So here x minus 3y is equal to 10 was our equation number 1. So x will be equal to 10 plus 3y. I will substitute this value of x in equation number 2. So what is equation number 2? Equation number 2 is x minus 7y is equal to minus 30. So instead of x, I will substitute 10 plus 3y minus 7y is equal to minus 30. Now 3y minus 7y gives minus 4y is equal to minus 30. This 10 goes on the opposite side, becomes minus 10. So minus 30 minus 10 gives minus 40. So minus 4y is equal to minus 40. That means the value of y is 10. Now I will put this value of y in equation number 1. Equation number 1 is x minus 3y is equal to 10. But y is 10. So x minus 3 into 10 is equal to 10. That gives me x minus 30 is equal to 10. Minus 30 taken on the right hand side becomes plus 30. So x is 40. So what was x? X was present age of Jacob. So therefore present age of Jacob is how many years? 40 years. And what is y? Y is present age of his son. So the present age of his son, that is y, is 10 years.